This prompted a massive police response. Dozens of police officers converged on this venue. They were working to clear the scene, and they managed to do so very quickly. This mock home allows trainees to practice interacting with families, looking for strengths like this family photo, while also identifying possible safety risks like this knife and these pills. One police officer on the scene told me that a high-speed chase prompted this crash, and I want to give you a look at what is left behind. We continue to follow breaking news out of Southern California. The mayor of Poway, which is near San Diego, says that one person is dead and 3 others are hurt in a shooting at a synagogue. An update from State Police Headquarters in Latham, Troop G. 20 people killed yesterday in that crash in what the National Transportation Safety Board is now calling the most deadly transportation accident in the country since February of 2009. Many Democratic leaders this evening already calling for this report to be made public in full. Do you support that as well? To test her hypothesis, I suited up. It feels wrong. Sending a single pulse, generating a reaction to see where treatment would be targeted. When the door is closed, the space is soundproof. After 3 minutes in the pod, I'm eager to pop out. Whoops. Once launched, the drone takes pictures of feed piles like this one here, providing farmers with valuable data on inventory never previously available to them. We know that a tractor trailer right now is partially hanging off of this exit from 787. Hello and welcome to this Tuesday edition of Capitol Tonight. I'm Terry Stackhouse, and this evening for Liz Benjamin. The governor had 2 controversies late in the game that didn't appear to really ding him. He had the bridge controversy and then the mailer targeting Cynthia Nixon. Ready to respond until the end.
Until the doors close, we're here to take calls. Yeah. We're here to do our job. It's what we came to work to do today.
The board of directors for the ambulance service of Fulton County announced Friday service would be suspended by 7 p.m., leaving 60 people out of work. Scheduled staffers given the option to stay home. Everyone on this shift showed up.
From all of the company that I've worked for and stuff, this group right here has been the tightest.
Gary Wicks has been an emergency responder for 41 years. For him, this likely means full retirement.
And our pay's been late for I don't know how many paychecks, for months.
Inside the Gloversville headquarters, lockers already empty, beds now bare.
EMS is kind of a funny thing, you know, everyone kind of says, you know, like you work paycheck to paycheck, but it doesn't like actually hit you until it actually happens.
Alan Mendelson of the board of directors says Medicaid reimbursements the department relies on aren't enough, and they don't get financial support from the towns they serve. Employees are leaving work with only a portion of the paycheck expected. The payroll balance is expected to be paid out within a week.
People who have lost not only their jobs and their livelihoods, but their friends, their professional colleagues.
We didn't have to work today. Not one person went home.
Devastating, but not entirely shocking. Some hope to find work with other ambulance agencies nearby. The decision presents a financial hardship, but these workers say they're leaving with their heads held high.
We've worked hard. And we've done a lot of transports, we've done a lot of emergency calls, and we all stick together.
His other thing used to be like, I have 3 kids, just drink my vodka.
The ingredient that sets this spirits company apart is authenticity.
It's our family company, and that's what he wanted it to be.
The water used in this still house
Right off the natural geyser.
flows naturally beneath the building,
So
located in the owner's backyard.
He had the water tested. It was rich in magnesium and calcium, and so being pharmacists, we knew that it would really be beneficial in some way.
A family of pharmacists run Saratoga Courage Distillery. They make vodka and moonshine, even though CEO Holly Shishik isn't much of a drinker.
it is ironic, I know.
But she's deeply passionate about the product, the vision of the founder, her husband, Serge Shishik.
He was constantly planning
for what was to come next.
Just as their products were beginning to gain notoriety, Serge was diagnosed with lung cancer.
He still did everything. He never let anything slow him down.
In 2016, after a year-and-a-half battle with cancer, Serge passed away. He was 43.
But his products are here, and his life is here, and his kids are here.
Holly now runs the company with the help of Serge's sister Serene and her cousin Kelly. A portrait of Serge hangs over their production space.
Everything about this place, you still feel him.
And they've brought out the best in each other.
We have grown the brand here in this market over 150%.
Serge's life's work lives on through those he loved.
When there's the most amount of loss and grief, there's always something that blooms out of it. And this is what bloomed out of it.
For the Capital Region Business Beat, I'm Terry Stackhouse.
I actually wear these all the time.
Brittany Perrette felt like she was losing grip on the life she worked so hard for.
I'm like, how could I have worked so hard for so long? Like, it took me 8 years to get a pro card. I did 24 shows, but I got the nickname Phoenix. Everyone's like, man, you don't give up. I was like, no, I don't.
Paralysis, convulsions, and extreme pain. A mystery illness causing a range of symptoms, sidelining this professional bodybuilder and dental hygienist.
I just miss everything.
Now back again at the left.
Soon after we met Perrette, a year after first experiencing symptoms, she got a diagnosis: functional neurological disorder. Symptoms vary. It can be triggered by stress and trauma. She believes it was the death of her grandmother.
The only time I've ever said impossible was with my grandmother, and she would always say, I love you more, and we'd say impossible after.
In January, rehab and recovery became Perrette's full-time job.
Yeah.
Now she's back on her feet, and as of Friday, back on the job. Afterwards, heading to Best Fitness in Schenectady. Just days after medical clearance, she's pumping iron, the very thing doctors say she's deficient in. Recovery could be a lifelong process, but for now, perhaps Perrette's most prominent abnormality is the giant chip on her shoulder.
It was always never, never, never. Everyone kept saying to me, you're never going to be the same. And I was like, and then now I'm to the point where like, yeah, I know. Because the only never I've ever known was to never give up.
In Schenectady, Terry Stackhouse, Spectrum News.